Let's go across to my colleague Sneha Mary Koshi to try and get a deeper understanding into some of the factors that apparently make southern cities fare a little better on the entire Swachhata Index. And that's what some of the studies that are being done now also seem to be throwing up. Sneha.
Well, yes, in fact, that's right. You know, when we talk about the Swachh Bharat Index, Kerala has done well. In fact, you have two cities which are on the top 10. But how much of that is true? You know, for me to give you an example, let me just tell you this. 3 years back when I came here, one of the first stories I did was about the garbage menace. And really the situation that time was garbage everywhere. You just had to walk and there was garbage. Anywhere you looked, there was garbage. There were piles and mounds of garbage. It was raining, it was monsoon season, it was all over. Today, when I do stories, I have to go to concentrated areas where there are still garbage, but it's not all over the city. There's some things perhaps which are right and lots more that needs to be done. Joining us right now are some very eminent people. We have Dr. RVG Menon. He, of course, is the former director of Agency for Non-Conventional Energy and Rural Technology. We have Dr. K. Vasuki, who is the executive director for Shujitva Mission, which is a nodal agency in Kerala to deal, which aims at a waste-free Kerala. And we have Dr. Manoj, who is a trustee for the Pelican Foundation. Now, let me start with you, Dr. Vasuki. Some things have been done right. What are they?
Kerala has had done a lot of experiments in the past, and there have been failures and there were a lot of learnings too. So from that, what I would say is that Kerala, I mean, I'm not from Kerala, I'm not bragging about Kerala. Kerala has always been one step ahead when compared to the rest of the country. So in that way, I would say that Kerala has done some really amazing work in changing the philosophy of waste management. For instance, the first point is that we have, always driven home the point, and we are still driving home the point that waste is each and everybody's responsibility. Our campaign goes by this: your waste, your responsibility; my waste, my responsibility. So as per this, what we have said is that biodegradable waste is something that you can handle at home with ease, and we have developed a very good market where so many options are available that for a household they can compost at home. So this is one great innovation, and taking decentralization even one step further to the household. This is one example. Second is, Kerala is also focusing on waste minimization as a priority. For instance, what started with National Games, we introduced a concept called Green Protocol, where we completely did away with disposable items. So that reduced the quantum of waste generated in absolute terms to a great extent. Also, the quality of waste that we ended up with was majority biodegradable waste, which was easily compostable. So this has become a movement in Kerala, and slowly, I mean, I wouldn't say it has become pan-Kerala feature, but slowly it's becoming. For example, we did green elections in one of the districts, and School Mahotsav, which is one of the biggest events in Kerala, is going to have green protocol. So these are the kind of things, we are slowly going towards a long-term solution that will have sustainability, self-sustainability in effect, basically.
Well, while sustainability is one thing that which we are aiming as, Dr. RVG Menon, you have been very closely working with the governments in advising them or looking at projects. Why do you think, or how do you think, if at all, Kerala has achieved what it has till now, and where are we heading to?
I would say Kerala has developed into this problem of waste management, because traditionally this was not a major problem in Kerala, and only the big cities had waste disposal systems. Trivandrum had a very good system, but as Trivandrum became bigger and bigger, and the quantity of waste increased to several hundreds of tons per day, it became difficult for the city to manage it by itself. In fact, the centralized system failed. That was when the city declared that it is the responsibility of the citizens also. Until that point of time, the local bodies were saying that the waste belongs to the government or the local body, and it is their property. But now it is widely recognized that the waste is a responsibility of all, and it is the responsibility of the individual householder or the shopkeeper or the office manager to make sure that the waste is disposed of properly.
Right. Dr. Manoj, let me come to you quickly. You were talking, tell us about why are southern states are they faring comparatively better than their northern counterparts? You've gone to several places.
So there are two differentiations. Maybe like when you talk about Kerala, you're talking about Kerala as a state. But when you talk about waste management in Karnataka, you talk about Bangalore, Mysore. So there is a holistic approach in Kerala as a state, whereas there is differentiated as well as compartmentalized activities in other states. Like so, where Professor RVG mentioned, Kerala never had this problem. Only when actually we had this concentration of population to the cities, as everybody know that the waste management problem starts, and Kerala is becoming a big one city, right from Trivandrum to Kasaragod, 400 kilometers long city, and we don't have places where we can dump waste. Unlike other states, where we have spaces to dump, and eventually I'm sure every other state is going to have a problem. First point. Second is literacy. Maybe Dr. Vasu can mention more about that.